So today we're going to be talking about 3D printed accessories for the C24. So if you're wondering where, there is the main one I've been using. A friend of mine that prints the stuff for me uses Thingiverse. There are other sites that have different parts for the C24. So I'm going to show you a few parts. Here's some most recent parts. We got the sand ladders here, which this is what they look like on the rig. Then this here is a spare tire carrier, which looks like that. Okay. And then we've got some gas cans here. We got a cooler and some gas cans that go with the thing here, but you got to provide a few parts. Now, like some other 3D printed things, if you got a C14, you can print these light covers for the bar. There's also, you can get different roof racks. See, here's a 3D printed roof rack on that one. And let's see, trying to think. Like on this one, like I got the gas can and the roof rack there, or the gas can and the cooler there. Now, there are other things. There is rock sliders on there. Really, the file for the rock sliders, I think, needs to be modified a little bit, depending on what kind of filament you're using. Now, if you're using, this is kind of on the cheap end filament. Problem is the mounting points break off of the sliders, which I had a set on the blue truck and they broke. So he's going to try to see if he can edit the mounting point, make it a little stronger. So another thing they also have is you can print a driver as well. That requires a little bit of work on the 3D printer there. And while we're also talking about details, one thing I went through and did on the trucks was painted the windshield trim, and a lot of the trim that is painted on these trucks. We've got the roof rail, the drip rail there. We got around the window. We got around the back window. There's the wing window here. That part of it is black. We got this here, trim. So I've done that on most of the trucks here. This one, I kind of painted the bumper, which doesn't look too bad. And like I said, these bumpers do have recovery points on it to put the little shackles. So there is a lot of stuff you can get. There is, like I said, there's this stuff. There's rock sliders. There's other bumpers. In fact, one of the next things we're going to do is there is a matching bumper to this for the front. So that's going to be one of the next things we're going to print, rock smasher bumper for the front of this one. And then they have like different, they have, like I said, roof racks. They have different, they have like roll bars you could do. They have really a lot of stuff cool that you can 3D print if you have a 3D printer available to you. So, but as I get some of the stuff mounted, I'll come back and touch base with you guys about what kind of other stuff. And there's also there's parts you can do, like little toolbox you can 3D print on the back where the battery goes. They have drive shafts for some reason. There's some of the stuff I don't know why you'd print it, but unless you didn't have it handy or something and your truck was broke. But no, that's a good thing, because there's a lot of stuff that they don't make for these trucks. You know, they make a metal bumper. They make these in metal, but you don't really see too much of actual rock sliders out there to buy. So really, you got to 3D print them. Like I said, the ones I see out there, they need to be a little bit. It needs to be a little bit modified. And one thing when you're working with 3D printed parts, one thing that is your friend, they make kits that come with all the stuff for cleaning up 3D printed parts. At minimum, though, you need what is called a pin vise, which is a small handheld device that has tiny little drill bits for cleaning out holes. So like stuff that has mounting holes, you use the pin vise to clean out the hole so you can get a screw to go in there without breaking it. That's what the problem we run into with the rock sliders is. You got to drill those holes out a little bit, and they use a different screw even though they still split because of the design. So I've talked to my buddy, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to rework the mounting point of it. There is room for some extra material there on the mounting point, and try to make the mounting point a little bit more robust, so it'll hang up. He's made four sets of them and broke them all. So some of it might be the fact that we're using kind of some cheap filament here, which might make a difference. So really, I think a lot of it depends on what kind of filament you use. But there are a few people that I've seen on eBay that sell 3D printed parts, but not a lot. So when you do WPL stuff, 3D printer is your friend, because you can print a lot of cool stuff that you can't find anywhere else. So anyway, thought I'd touch on that a little bit, and I'll get back to you. I'll post a new video when I get some more work done on these trucks, and go over some more of the 3D printed parts I'm going to put on these, and what some of these look like after they're mounted. So we will see.